Guys, deluded you. No, Kyle, his name's not Kyle. Carl Jenkinson and Conor Bramall both gone on loan to join Harry Redknapp at Birmingham. Now let's get into it. Harry Redknapp had Christian Bielik, he played him and stuff like that. So I hope Bramall gets games. Personally, I think Bramall's chances of making it here is slim. It's a feel-good story. I'm happy for him leaving the academy. Getting made redundant, going from the academy to unofficially promoted at the first team. You saw him do alright against them Australian sides, but when it was the bigger sides, he got destroyed. I don't think he's good enough to play Premier League football for us. He can have a career. This move, I think his contract's up next year, so if he puts in a convincing performance, who knows, he might get an extension. He actually needs to be officially named as a first-team player to feature for us in the Prem, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, if he plays extremely well, he earns another deal, puts himself into the thoughts, and it'll be interesting because Gibbs is basically gone. Monreal's kind of old. Long story short, we're going to need to get a left-back, backup left-back, or someone to compete with Kozlesniak. If he develops at a ridiculous rate, maybe he could be that, and maybe Wenger's got his eye open to that. Me, personally, I don't feel it's going to happen. I feel at best this gives him a chance to see his level, express himself at this level, learn very quickly, because, I mean, he's been playing semi-pro, and he's got a year of academy football at this level. I mean, at academy level, at professional academy level. Now he's gone to Birmingham. That gives him a chance to make a name for himself, to, who knows, even make his deal, move there permanently, and just ultimately interest some championship clubs. So it is good for him, and he just downright needs experience at the first. He's 21, so yeah. Carl Jenkinson, we can't move this guy on. You saw Palace wanted him when Sam Allardyce was there. Couldn't be agreed because of moves. You constantly see this guy with Oxlade-Chamberlain on golf courses. You see him at training. How he is signed until 2020, I don't know. Yes, he had that decent campaign for West Ham. I think he could play for them sort of Premier League clubs, not West Ham, but the Brightons and the Huddersfield, them sort of sides he can play in the Prem. Championship is really his level. It gives him a chance to put himself in the shop window, get his career rolling, because it's been for the last 2 or whatever years, it's been non-existent. He made one appearance in the Premier League for us last season. He's actually our best player that game as well, United, the way I remember it. I'll give him his credit. That shows how poor we was. But he isn't good enough. Being a fan of a club is not it. I know you hear a lot of fans say, oh, he's an Arsenal fan. That's all fine and dandy, but that's not how you win titles. Just because he's an Arsenal fan, I credit him. He's living his dream. He's tied until 2020, the next Euros. So can you imagine being tied at the club you supported as a boy, technically as a footballer? Might not be playing, but as a footballer until 2020. I rate him. He's priced himself out of moves like typical Arsenal players. Why are these duds on high wages? And this is made moving them on harder. Personally, we should offer him for free. We're not going to... He's gone to the Championship now. That's basically... It's done now. You're not going to get anything for him. Personally, no disrespect to Carl. But who scouted him? I want to actually know who looked at all of these fullbacks in the Championship or in England and concluded this guy is good enough. You saw against PSG... Lucas Moura beating him to headers. We know with the homegrown crap, there was that small hope. There's no disrespect to him. He needs to move on, and now he's got his chance. Harry Redknapp has actually said that Bramall, he doesn't know where. I think he was referring to left back or left wing, where will feature, but he will definitely play in the next game, I think. And he said it's a bit too early for Carl. I don't know if that's match fitness or whatever. So yeah, they're both joining Birmingham, like I said, on season-long loans. Hopefully this generates some sort of interest for Jenkinson, and this shows the lack of interest for Carl Jenkinson if true, and it just shows that he's priced himself out of decent moves, because now he's had to go into the Championship. He's tied down for another 2 years, 2.5 years or whatever, so he's got some sort of room to thingy with. It's ridiculous. Like, this just highlights the fact that he's tied down until 2020, and yes, it was off the back of a decent campaign for Hammers. It highlights the level of incompetence. Now, if you had to say who has the most to prove on that loan spot, you say Bramall, because ultimately I'm pretty sure he wants to be first team for Arsenal. And if you're like me, you're very pessimistic on them chances. I don't think he's bad. He's a decent crosser at times. I just don't think he has enough. He's not a good enough defensively. He's a bit basic in possession. He's not brave enough in possession. I like when he gets in behind and puts some crosses, but I just don't think he's gonna make it. And when you consider that our fullbacks are pretty weak at academy level, it did look like he was signed to immediately address that. He's equipped himself well. He's done fantastic to go on loan, not on loan, to go on tour and things like this. And it's a fairy tale story. But eventually these things have to stop and you have to be realistic. If he proves me wrong and he makes it here, great. I just don't think he's got it in him to make it here. And he's fighting against it because he's 21, turning 22. He's got less time than others. We're moving very stupid in the sense that we're letting these youngsters just go. So yeah. Jenkinson, I mean, I'm resigned to us leaving him. He's just going to be here for the next 2 years. I cannot see us moving him on. I'd love to move him on. Just take literally anything, offer him for free up the wages. His wages make it hard for him to move on. So I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet. At first, I thought his contract was up in 2018. And then I found out 2022 and remembered that he signed an extension. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. There's rumours of more departures. Perez is going to finalise the departure. Debussy going to finalise the departure. Gibbs is in talks with Galatasaray and these clubs, apparently. So, yeah, it's a step in the right direction if Arsenal are going to make any. Yeah, you've heard Wenger say we need to move players on. You've heard he's going to be busy this week. We need to sign players. But, yeah, I just thought I'd bring you that. Them two gone on loan to join Harry Redknapp at Birmingham. Good luck to Carl Jenkinson and Conor Bramall, to be honest. Yeah, they both got to prove something. They're both basically playing for their futures. So, yeah, if it doesn't go well, I don't think any of them will be here past summer 2018, to be honest with you. Anyways, guys, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe.